If you ever wondered what would happen if Rock Lee was the main character of Naruto instead of Naruto himself, and the themes surrounding the show were made to emphasize the importance of hard work and never giving up to an even greater degree, then Black Clover is an anime that you might want to pay attention to. Hard work versus talent and the balls to pursue your dreams against all odds are the bedrock to which the entire story is built. The dreams, what it means to have one, and how much it matters, undergirds everything about Asta's character. There's a stark contrast in the world of Black Clover between those who have a lot of magic and those who have little. This contrast shapes how characters view the world, how they carry themselves, and what they value. To keep things simple and surface level, the more royal you are, the more magic you have, and because of this, there's a lot of prejudice against those with less magic, aka the peasants. Not only are they seen as less worthy, but in some respects they're seen as less human than those with a lot of magic. Something like a peasant becoming the magic president would be totally unheard of for them, and something that they cognitively couldn't accept. Because magic is a natural ability, those of royalty will often not train their bodies because it is beneath them. It's a crude, ignoble, brutish, almost animalistic practice unbecoming of people who are blessed with mana. A desperate compensation for what they lack. In this world, to build strength without magic isn't just rare, it's an act of rebellion. Enter Asta. He was born of no magic at all, making him, in a world where magic quantity is everything, the absolute lowest of the low, the most peasant among peasants. In a world where mana is everything, status, strength, and identity, Asta is, by all accounts, an anomaly doomed to insignificance. Despite this, he dreams of becoming the Wizard King, the very embodiment of magical excellence. So he does what he can and trains his body. He trains and trains and trains. He refuses to let his unfortunate birthright be a limitation. He disciplines his body with relentless fervor. He pushes himself to unlock unbeknownst strength through sheer will and indefatigable effort. He is willing to work twice as hard to get half as far, if it means having a chance at achieving his dream. The boy with nothing but a well-trained body looks at men and women with divine powers, stares at them right in the face and declares that he will defeat them all and force them to respect him because his results are that undeniable. He will make them respect him, not by demanding it, but by leaving them no choice. On top of this, he also has an unshakable moral character. This, coupled with his sheer determination, will make him a great fit for the Wizard King. The Wizard King isn't chosen because of his moral character or the implicit trust of the people. The king is chosen because of his results. A noble heart alone can't protect anyone or inspire the trust that's needed. Trust of people in those positions is earned, not granted. To get those titles, you need results. It's all about results. Prove you're the best, the strongest. Do what it takes. Devote yourself to getting results. That's all there is to it. Anyone who is not capable of that cannot hope to stand at the summit. Asta will gain results and prove he's worthy, then he will be of such strong moral character that he will have the strength to forgive those who look down on him. That's the kind of man Asta is. He holds no animosity towards those who look down on him. He uses it as motivation to train his body even harder. He doesn't deserve this fate, yet fate cursed him all the same. He has no magic power. He didn't even get a grimoire. He can have all the character and all the desire in the world, but without results and the ability to pursue it, all his efforts are for naught. This is the cold, hard reality of the world. We're probably not trying to be kings, but this idea still rings true. You can have all the good characteristics, but if you don't have the competency to make change, you effectively didn't even count in the race of life. This is the brutal truth Black Clover refuses to flinch from. You can have everything the world should admire, and still be utterly powerless without results. Competency is the currency of impact. Nothing matters except results. Without results, your competency is largely intellectual musings that doesn't count for anything in reality. With his back against the wall that first episode, fate gives this kid a lucky break. He receives his grimoire with a sword that has the ability to nullify magic at the perfect time, and he uses this henceforth to win his battles. This isn't a weapon that would work with anyone else besides Asta. Most people don't even possess the physical strength to wield it with the same ease Asta can. Not to mention they wouldn't even be able to use their magic in conjunction with the sword. So in a way, his lack of magic ended up helping him. Not because he didn't have magic, but because of the virtues he was able to acquire through not having magic and not giving up. I see people often claim that Asta's anti-magic is the most broken ability in the show, but a lot of what this actually did was make Asta slower. Yes, he has the ability to not immediately die, but not immediately dying is really hardly a buff. It's more so the bare minimum prerequisite. Despite the fact that this sword makes Asta slower, in the entrance exam, Asta moves so fast that Vonjits thought he was using a speed increasing spell. This is again despite the fact that his swords make him slower. There's real truth in the idea that not giving up is his magic. He honed his body to such a condition that it was as if he had magic spells of his own with nothing but his physical grit. What makes Asta unique, in my opinion, is the scant moments we get where he actually doubts his ability. What this does for me is it really highlights the resolve of his character, which sounds ironic, but let me unpack it. It's not necessarily the case that Asta always believes that he can do things, but he acts as though he does. I believe Asta constantly psychs himself up when he doesn't believe. In that aforementioned first episode, Asta was actually becoming depressed and feeling doubtful. It wasn't until Yuno called him his rival that he really locked in. But I think that the Seabed Temple arc and its aftermath highlight this the best. To set the scene, Asta loses functionality in his arms because of the actions of one of the members of the Eye of the Midnight Sun, the antagonists at that point in the story. His teammates, who find out about this, are distraught for him. Just when it seems like everything's going well, it sinks in. The boy with no magic power in a world where magic is everything can't even swing his swords anymore. In an act of cosmic cruelty, the one thing he could do to somewhat get by in this world was suddenly taken away from him. And even though he was acting cheerful with his team, he was feeling genuine anxiety about it. We see Asta sitting alone. The normally loud, cheerful boy is quietly contemplating everything about his injury. And in this moment, we see just a glimmer of weakness, of hesitation, of true, honest uncertainty. The thoughts possibly crossing his mind that this time, there's no coming back from this. That maybe, this is the time to give up.
So, who's giving up? Messing with me again, huh? Fate? I'm actually all fired up now, so take that! Rah! I will find a way to heal these arms! You can take that to the bank! Or I'll find some other kind of strength besides my arms and use that to fight all the way to the end! That one time was the very last time. I'm ever gonna get depressed. For real.
Asta rejects what he's been told, and in the most shonen way possible, tells himself loudly, whatever happens, he'll find a way to get over this hurdle. This little moment highlights the true power of Asta's character, the reason for his shouting, the reason for his obnoxious attitude, his seemingly overconfidence. It isn't just the actions of some annoying loud kid. He was born in a world where he was doomed to fail, and has constantly been told that. So he worked. He worked as hard as he possibly could his entire life to prove everyone wrong. Even if deep inside, he's scared they might have actually been right. Him shouting this to himself shows that he isn't just shouting for people to hear him, he's shouting so he can hear himself. He plays the character he wishes to be. He says the words he needs to hear when no one else will, because that's what makes him keep pressing on. Because he wants to be the Wizard King and will settle for nothing less. To become the best, you have to first become the person capable of being the best. And the very belief in your ability to be the best is a prerequisite. If Asta quits now, then he was simply not a man capable of making it beyond that point. So he pushes on despite the pain and new challenges. Most people believe that dreams lie in the opposite direction of danger, that safety leads to success. But if that were true, everyone would succeed. Everyone would achieve something great. Instead, it's like the age-old tale of the dragon and the gold. Treasure lies beyond the danger. You must face the dragon, face fear, death, and adversity to earn what you seek. Do not run from the dragon, for the dragon is not just your fear, but the gatekeeper of your transformation. You must face it and face it willingly. When you face it willingly, you do not merely prove your strength, you awaken it. It's a symbiotic relationship wherein the more you prove your strength, the more you awaken it. You uncover who you truly are, not by avoiding struggle, but by walking into the fire with open eyes. Only by confronting what you fear most can you become what you were destined to be. It isn't completely obvious to me that Asta believes he can become the Wizard King after this, but he acts like he does, to keep believing even when it doesn't make any sense. This extra layer of depth is why Asta is, in my opinion, the best depiction of an underdog and the most motivational character in anything that I've ever watched. I've wanted to make a video about Asta for a long time, ever since maybe 2022 when I watched it during COVID, but I never did for some reason. By the time I started thinking about making the video, no one really cared and everyone kind of moved on from Black Clover, so I kind of scrapped the ideas. Now that season 2 has come out as a continuation to the anime, I think it's worth finally making this video. I made a similar video to this on my other channel, Apolly Athletics. Really, it's the same video, only instead of going over only Black Clover, I incorporated some One Piece stuff, and the Black Clover stuff wasn't as in-depth as this video. So if you're curious and want more in-depth as to my beliefs about dreams and whatnot, then you can definitely check out those videos there. I know I haven't uploaded a lot on this channel because I've been focusing on the other channel a lot. I'm not dead or anything, of course. Honestly, I think that mentally in my head I'm thinking that this is still my main channel, that the other channel is just a side thing I'm doing, that I've been pouring much more time into for whatever reason. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I can get another video out soon. Hopefully it's not going to take like 7 or 8 months for me to do that. Okay, peace. Bye!